don't know what this video is going to be. So, side note, if you can hear mixing and like, what are they called? A hand mixer, electric whisk mixer thing, whatever it's called. My mum was baking a cake downstairs. I just wanted to have like a chat, just to catch up really. But I didn't want to eat anything. Well, actually I'm eating something. But I didn't want to like have like a meal or run. So I thought, why don't I make something that's really simple and I can chat to you while doing it. So I thought, okay. And I suddenly remembered this recipe from Tasty that I saw like literally 7 years ago, called BRIGADEIROS. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how you pronounce it. This is how you pronounce it.
Brigadeiro.
Brigadeiro. So I've just butchered that. And it's actually a traditional Brazilian dessert, but the concept is kind of like similar to truffles. It basically is a truffle. It's a Brazilian chocolate truffle. So I thought, yeah, we'll do that. That sounds mega easy. Now, unfortunately, it's Tasty, and I do like Tasty, but Tasty has a tendency to not reveal the full recipe or timings of anything, so it's very, very difficult, in my opinion, to do a Tasty video correctly. The only one that I've done many in my day, and the only one that's ever worked out for me is snickerdoodles. That is a very, very good recipe for snickerdoodles. So I have actually already made the mixture. It looks like a pile of poo. That's what it's supposed to look like. So now I didn't film it. I did actually film a little bit of it. 2 reasons. One, it's like the simplest process in the world. Literally, someone with no brain could do it. No offence to those that have no brains. Is that a thing? By the way, just ignore the hair. I've just had a shower and I don't know what's happening to it. It's kind of like coiffed and whiffed over to the side and then come back down. I don't know what's happening. Just ignore it. Also, because when I film the processes, 10 times out of 10, it goes wrong. It didn't today. So, well, we won't know until we try it. But didn't today, so I'm mega, mega excited because I love truffles. I think this is going to be similar to like cake pops, you know, the cake pops that are really like fudgy and truffly because they've got icing in them. And I do love fudge, and I think this will be similar to fudge as well. I've never actually tried chocolate fudge anyway, but anyway, and we're going to roll the balls now. I am in my bedroom. I can make food in my bedroom if I want to, there's no law against that, and people are busy downstairs. And whilst I'm rolling the balls, I just want to have a chat, just for things that are on my mind, because I haven't filmed in a while. It's been a lot longer than I said I was going to leave it between videos, but I just really have not had any inspiration to film at all. So, and I do want to get back into it. I just don't know what I want to film. I can't figure out what I want to film. That's the thing. So anyway, let's get started. So how we make the mixture is ew, there's a hair in it. You need 395 grams of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, a tablespoon of butter, and 30 grams of cocoa powder. I slightly tweaked this recipe and it still worked because I like milk chocolate. When you make things with like cocoa powder, it doesn't taste like milk chocolate to me. And I know that Cadbury's is obviously the best chocolate, and anyone who says that Hershey's needs to be thrown into the sea. Why am I losing my voice? I'm losing my voice. I wanted to use Cadbury cocoa powder, that doesn't exist. So, well, it might do, but it's not being sold in my local shops. So what you can use instead is hot chocolate powder, which is essentially just cocoa powder with a bit of tweaks to make it more sweet. So I used Cadbury's hot chocolate instant cocoa powder, and the hot chocolate cocoa powder is slightly less flavoursome than pure cocoa powder, so I used a bit more than 30 grams. I used probably like 45 grams, 50 grams, and it worked just fine. So if you want to substitute hot chocolate cocoa powder for hot chocolate instant powder with Cadbury's, whatever, then do that. It's quite easy to tweak this recipe. You put all 3 ingredients, butter, cocoa powder and condensed milk. Condensed milk is incredibly sticky, by the way. into a pan, and you let it heat on low heat. Very important, low heat, because you don't want it to burn. One tip I do have for you that I didn't do is let the butter melt first, because then it's a lot more difficult when you incorporate it into the mixture if you haven't let it melt first for the butter to actually melt, because I had massive chunks of butter in my mixture. I was like, why are you not melting? It did melt, but it took ages. And also, this process takes longer than you think because Tasty, once again, Tasty has not given you specific timings. So you put them all into a pan, and you can constantly stir it, just making sure it's not burning or sticking to the bottom, until the mixture thickens up, and you can pull your spatula through the mixture and it will come back together, and it takes about 2 to 3 seconds. You will be sat there for about 10 minutes mixing, because I was. And I don't know whether that's because I changed the recipe or because my butter didn't melt enough in time. The finished mixture, finally able to put my spatula through it. And then you pop it into a bowl or on a plate, but the bowl or plate needs to be greased so it's easier to get off. I am yet to find out if that's the case. And then you leave it to chill for at least an hour. I have actually left mine to chill for 2 hours because my fridge is incredibly full. And whose fridge is organised like that to see on the internet? No one's is like that in real life. So my fridge is full as, and that kind of lowers the temperature a little bit because obviously it's having to work a lot harder. So I left it for 2 hours, and it's a bit harder than you want it to be after 2 hours, but it's still workable. So we're ready to start rolling. So basically what we're going to do now is take a spoon, but actually I need to prepare the sprinkles now because that's what BRIGADEIROS is. That was a really good pronunciation, did you hear that? We're gonna roll, once you've made the mixture and formed them into balls, like golf ball sized balls, you then have to roll them into sprinkles. What is going on downstairs? And you can basically do any form of this. So you can make white chocolate brigadeiros and roll them in white chocolate sprinkles. You can make chocolate and roll them in chocolate sprinkles. You can make vanilla brigadeiros and roll them in hundreds and thousands, whatever you want to do. I've gone for chocolate with chocolate sprinkles. However, I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit, so I found these. Chocolate caramel crunch sprinkles. So I think that will give a nice dimension to me stuff. So I'm going to just pour these in a bowl. Then I'm going to form the balls. Now this apparently is supposed to serve 8, whatever that means. Doesn't tell you how, the recipe did not tell me how many it makes, or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go for that size, maybe. That's a good size, isn't it? And I've got in clean hands, because I've just had a shower, I've got clean hands. We're gonna roll it into a ball. I have nothing to put these on, I've just bear with me 1 second while I just go and find something to put. There's the one. Lovely. Okay. That looks like the right size. We're going to go for that. But life is not about uniformity. So you can make them whatever the hell size you want. As I mentioned, I'm struggling for inspiration. I know that I want to create, but I don't know what I want to create. I'm thinking of moving over to TikTok, and I have been posted, that's a lie, I was going to say I've been posting on there. I've posted on TikTok. And that's since I said I was going to stop posting videos every week. But yeah, I posted one, and I actually think I like my style over there. Because I'm trying to be more funny, not heavily focused on K-pop, because yeah, it's a big part of my life, but it doesn't rule my life. So, I realise you cannot see anything I'm doing, and so yeah, I'm working on it, just bear with me. It might take me a long time, but just be patient, and I'm hoping to get more, you know, inspiration. I just really don't know what I want to create. I like creating, but I don't know what to create. I haven't found my niche. And to be honest, I'm focusing on me right now anyway, so there might be periods of time, longer periods of time, where I just don't post. And oh, well, I can't have that one. Oh, dropped it in my lap. I am covered in crap. Absolutely covered in crap. And this video, by the way, will be in memory of Moonbin. I was so incredibly shocked, and I don't even like Astro. I like not hate them. I don't care for Astro's music. It's not really my style. But still, his death really shook me up. Because, first of all, I didn't believe it, and I don't think a lot of people believed it. Because a lot of headlines like that circulate all the time, and they're not true. But this one, unfortunately, was. I'm not going to speculate. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Let's just remember him lovingly. This is really nice. These are my hands currently. I've been enjoying K-pop recently. I feel like we've gotten over the dry patch now. And we've got a lot of comebacks to look forward to. aespa, G-Idol's coming back soon, which I didn't even know about until the other day. I feel like these are supposed to be a bit more or less sticky. But you know. And I've also enjoyed Alice's recent comeback, because I did Dance On previously, and then they did Showdown the other day, and that's a really great song. I love that, and I love the B-side Dizzy as well. It's a good song. Obviously Ive's album, Hello. It's a great song, that is. I Am. Brilliant follow-up to Afterlife. I'd say Afterlife's still my favourite though. And then Love Dive. Then I Am. And then 11. Who else? Obviously Twice. And I haven't bought any of these albums before you say anything. So that's why there's been no unboxings. I would love to show you, but my hands are covered in crap and I'm not going to touch my camera with it. Diet's going well. I am continuing to lose, not loads every week, but I am consistently losing about half a pound, sometimes more, every week, which is good. I'm in the 70s now. I've lost just over 20 kilograms in total, and I'm really, really happy and excited for the future. This was stupid, this idea. Why didn't I do it with in the kitchen when everyone was finished? The problem with me is I have to do things immediately, otherwise I will either not want to do them, or get too scared to do them, or that's the only thing I can think about. If I've got something to do, I want to do it and get it out of the way with. I've actually never ever had anything with condensed milk in it. And because the concept of it seems weird to me, because I always think of condensed milk as milk that is like off, because it's not really white, it's yellow and it's sticky. Look, I know that's not the case at all, but you know. Do you know what these taste like? The mixture currently tastes of Tootsie Pops, or Tootsie Rolls, sorry. And I do like Tootsie Rolls. I feel like this is completely going to stick to every crevice of my teeth. I have a dentist appointment coming up in the next month or two, and she's probably not going to be very happy with me. This is a nice therapeutic thing to do though, if you don't mind getting your hands dirty. I do, but it's still nice to do. I think I'm going to put them back in the fridge after this, just to set. I'll try one now and then put them back in the fridge. My bed. I hate crumbs in my bed. And there's so many sprinkles in my bed right now. Why do I do this? Why do I do this to myself? It's been out. Jesus Christ. Couldn't get that off. We've got 8 so far. God, this is taking ages. Hurry up. Oh, Christ. Recommend greasing your hands a lot. Again, the tasty recipe did not say that, so I didn't do it. I hate things like that, like 5-minute crafts and tasty, and like Facebook content particularly. They're so vague. It's so incredibly vague. And half the time it's not even bloody true. I'm going to make one giant one at the end because I can't bother to do this anymore. So this is the last one I'll make that's normal size. So I'll have 12 and one of them is going to be giant. This one's going to be mahoosive, look at that. Ew, this looks disgusting. Before I go and wash my hands, let's just take a bite of the one that has nothing on it. Mmm. Very nice. Really recommend using Cadbury's hot cocoa powder. Leave it to set as long as you possibly can though, because it's so incredibly messy. I'm gonna have to hoover, I think. Right, I'm gonna give one a quick taste and then I'm gonna go. So here we go. BRIGADEIROS. Move out of the way. It's like the inside of a chocolate bar. What's it like? It's a bit like a Milky Way. It's a bit nougaty. It's very nice. Very highly recommend. Look at the inside. So there you have it. Some brigadeiros. My way. Chocolate caramel brigadeiros. It tastes quite caramelly anyway, to be honest. So I'm going to go now because my camera's about to cut off and I need to sort my hair out and hoover. Okay, bye.